I'm Emily Aurora, the Cheesecake Lady. I think I already ruined it. Wait, sorry, you have to say 1, 2, 3. Hi guys, I'm Emily Aurora, the Cheesecake Lady, and today I'm going to show you how to make one of our top-selling cheesecakes. It's the Oreo Cheesecake. Alright, so I've prepared everything in these bowls, just for ease of everything, and right here I have 2 cups of ground Oreos with 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So I ground it up in my food processor and I made it nice and fine. I mixed it together. Now I'm going to just make a quick little crust here. So I'm putting all this crust in. Alright, so again, here's my funky little cup, and I have 2 cups of crust with the butter in here, and I'm just going to pat it down. I really love the Oreo cheesecake because I get to just beat down this crust nice and flat, get some of my anger out, and I like it with an edge. I think it's pretty, but once in a while, if you put an edge on an Oreo cheesecake, because the batter is super runny, the edge will create less in the middle, and you'll end up having your cheesecake leak through the crust, and it will get stuck to the pan, and it will just be a really gooey mess. So this is the way. Alright, so now that this is nice and flat, I'm going to make the mix. I have 36 ounces of cream cheese, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in here in my bowl. Alright. And this is my favorite flipper whapper to use when I mix my cheesecakes. It's just, you know, super good. I love it. It just paddles it in and everything gets mixed up really good. So when I start making a cheesecake, I like to put in the cream cheese. I like to give it a good beating. Okay, so now that we beat that, I'm going to add the sugar, and it's going to make it like a really aggressive beating. 1.5 of sugar, and I have about 2 tablespoons, give or take, of cornstarch. I mixed it in this bowl just to make it easy, like I said before. I'm going to dump it in. Alright. Whew. I don't know. That usually doesn't happen. Thing about making a cheesecake that's nice and creamy and doesn't have chunks is scrape the bowl. You cannot forget, you scrape, scrape, scrape. Every time you beat it, you have to scrape it. You have to make sure that the cream cheese isn't stuck anywhere and it's all nice and mixed. It's really icky and messy. Right now I'm just going to mix in the sour cream. I put a cup of sour cream in this bowl, and I mixed it with about 4 teaspoons of vanilla. So I'm just going to go ahead and scrape it in there. Alright, gotta scrape it again. Cube of butter. I do this just because butter, it makes everything better. So here we go. Cube of butter. We have the eggs. I always do the eggs in a clear cup because if you crack it and it goes inside the cake, it's not going to be very forgiving when you get an eggshell in your cheesecake. So I put mine in a little cup because then you can see, ooh, crap, I have an eggshell, and then, you know, you can just fish it out. But once it's in the cake, it's over. So So anyway, I'm going to put these eggs in. And this is kind of a fun part because if you mix the eggs around in the bowl, then before you mix it, they'll kind of just keep it from sticking like at the bottom just while they mix in, and you won't have big chunks in your cake. And I mean, obviously this is nice and creamy anyways, but if you had a cake that wasn't as creamy, like it wasn't completely smooth, and you put eggs in and you beat it right away, then it would just get grosser. It'd be chunky and gross. So I don't know, this just helps smoothing it out. Okay, so everything's nice and smooth. So now I'm just going to take off the flipper wrapper. I like to hit it on the bowl because then all the crap comes off. Okay, and then I'm going to take about half of this mixture and I'm going to put it in the bottom of this pan. Oops, oh my gosh, I just went overboard. Okay. Okay, so then I'm going to open up a pack of Oreos. I just think this looks really pretty when you cut into the cake. And you can see these cute little Oreo pieces. I'm all about presentation. And just stick one right there in the middle. Make a cute little flower. So now with the rest of this batter, I'm going to add, this is about 10 coarse ground Oreos. They're very coarse. See how they're not fine? This is the way it's the best. If you have them fine, then they just turn your batter gray, and it just doesn't look very appetizing. So I'm going to fold these in. Just gently. You don't want to stir. All right. See how they're just kind of folded? They're not stirred. Okay. I'm going to start at the center here. I'm going to dump in all of this. Work my way out. All right. This is a crappy flipper wrapper. I don't like it. It's like hard to get everything out of the bowl. All right. So then, nice and smooth. Everything's in the pan, as you can see. This is gonna be really good. Can't wait to bake this baby. I'm back. All right, so we just got this out of the oven and it's nice and it's getting firm. You can tell it's done because when you touch it, it barely jiggles. It kind of has a duller feeling. It's a little bit more solid. Okay, so I baked this at 350. Most recipes say to do an Oreo cheesecake at 330 for like an hour and a half, and you can do that if you want, but I like to do mine at 350 and do it just for an hour. And I just get a pan full of water and I put it on the very, very bottom of the oven, not on the rack, on the floor of the oven. It keeps the cake from getting too dry. It keeps them from cracking, all kinds of things. But as you can see, I like it when my Oreo cheesecake cracks, and it does that because I cook it on 350. The cracks aren't deep, they're just right on the surface. I'm gonna put sour cream on it, and it's going to be smooth and beautiful and delicious. So that's the plan. Alright, so we just got this out of the oven. We baked it at 350 for another 5 minutes with the sour cream and sugar layer on top. And so, yeah, this cheesecake has to go in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours before serving. That's just recommended. It tastes better. The cookies get more chocolatey and it's just better. So wait 24 hours and then serve it to your friends and family and they'll love it. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good night.